Do you know him from Shang-Chi or Kim's Convenience?
That's not what it looks like.
Either way, you're in for a treat. Hey guys, I am ZW and I turn people into figurines. Well, you know the drill, so let's just get into it. Even though I'm Asian, I'm not used to sculpting Asians. And the difference is the overlapping eyelids that Asians tend to have, or rather, the conjunctiva.
Conjunctiva.
Yeah, please, we're not doing that again. Oftentimes, when the overall shape is kinda there, I will sort out his bald spot with a spear, which will be sculpted into an outline of his basic hairstyle. Alright, that will do for now, and with that in place, we are back to struggling with the eyes. I don't know, there is just something different about Asian eyes that I still don't get. You see the meaty area of the eyelids? It's just so easy to mess it up. It might look okay from the front, but once you turn it, you just want to turn it back. And of course, it takes a while and a lot of tweaking, so I'm glad I got my references. But let's take a look at our next victim, Tony Liang Chaowei. Sorry, the Chinese in me took over for a bit. This is a head that I bought from China, and I'm pretty sure it's a recast, so I scoured through the entire Instagram and I found the original sculptor. Please support the original artist. I'm not gonna sell this, so try not to flame me, okay? Now clearly the hairstyle isn't right cause this is more combed back, but Wen-wu has a little fringe in front. But I suck at traditional sculpting, so I'm considering doing a hair root instead for this look. You gotta admit it's pretty cool, even though it's not accurate. Speaking of hair, Shang-Chi's hair needs to be tended to, and I love sculpting hair. Not because it's fun, but because it's mindless as f***. Just lines after lines. And that's precisely why I could just multitask, watch some videos on the side, and time just flew. After a few hours and a couple of trips to the fridge, even though I have nothing in there, this is what we got. And it's time to fix the rest of his face. Eyebrows are just like hair. All we need to do is zoom in to fill in those tiny hairs to guide with my painting afterwards. And having learned my lesson from the snake eyes video, I finally gave in and sculpted some stubbers. Hopefully it helps later on. Now this is where we turn this anime looking character into a more realistic person, adding paws. Instead of going in and poking his face one at a time, we have something called alphas. And that is like pre-made paws that I can apply onto the face like stickers. And as you can see, different regions of the face have slightly varied paws. And honestly, I may sound like I know shit, but I am just winging it. Professionals would know, cause you're not supposed to apply them in symmetry, like I'm doing right now, but it's gonna be printed out as a mini head, so cutting corners, here I come. You know how Angelina Jolie has thick lips while Tom Holland has a frog in his mouth? Well, Simu Liu has a mole on his left eye. What can I say? It's the details that make or break a sculpt. So let's give him his tiny tumor. And maybe all of them. Remember alphas? They're not just for paws, cause I got paranoid and I decided to add more stubbers with the stubbers alpha. And you know what else I'm paranoid about? This video not doing well. So please take some time to like this video, comment and share. Let's print. While the magic happens in the printing room, let's take a look at what we have for Wen-wu. This is a Hasbro Titan Hero fig. Is that a damage? Wow, great, thanks Amazon. Anyway, it's also 1/6 scale and you know how much I love to dismantle shit. But after the last Gamora experiment, I kinda got a little PTSD. Heck, my thumb still hurts from all the snipping and tremoling. But I think this should be easier since there are only a few pieces that I need from it. The shoulder pads, the chest plate and the rings. That's it, right? And look at the groin guard, I probably won't be able to get it out, so I went back to the sculpting board to make my own. You might ask, wouldn't a 3D printed groin guard be too rigid that it would affect articulation? Excellent question. Well, I recently came into possession of a new resin material,
Flexible 88,
courtesy of Formlab's Sigable branch, so I want to test it out. I don't know how well it will work, but let's find out together. Right now, I'm just referring to the toy itself and replicating the shapes that I see in digital space. It's not important, so this should be good enough. And guess what? The heads are ready. Let's paint it while the groin guard gets printed. This is where I'm a little hesitant to show off my work because it looks like crap beside this professionally sculpted head. Nah, let's not do that. At this point, painting might look like a chore cause it's the same thing every time. But surprisingly, I still learn new things. You know how I kept saying painting is just layering of different colors? Well, I can finally show you what I really meant. So this happened when I was trying to clean off some overflow from the hair painting and everything got messed up. Usually, I would panic and call it a day. But this time I am determined to show you that it can be fixed. Literally, by layering different colored paints over and over, you are able to cover up your mistakes and blend it with the existing skin tone. It's not perfect, but your other option is to do it all over again. For wen-wu, it's a breeze really. First, the cast itself is already beige in color, so I could just get to work right away. And even if the paint got messed up like for Shang-Chi, it will still be beige in color, so it's even easier to fix. Next, the sculpt is just so well done. You see how sharp those eyebrows are? I don't even need to go in to draw them one stroke at a time. I just need to darken it with some pastels and it's done. It really put things in perspective how a good sculpt can make painting so effortless. And it makes me think twice before calling myself a sculptor, cause my sculpts are way inferior to this. Right, enough self-loathing, I just need to practice more. But with a little gloss, the heads are ready so we can start with the outfits. Let's work on Shang-Chi's father first. Oops, wrong father, that's for next week. But for this father, something happened while I was testing the clothing I bought. This is a ZY Toys outfit set and this pool of black water is caused by this singlet. I was really just filming to remind you all about stains caused by fabric dyes, but turns out the entire singlet was disintegrating. It's so sad that I'm not even mad. I just hope nothing else goes wrong. Now let's work on this figure. We gotta snip the shoulder pads off, snip the belt off and trim it. Not to forget our very own groin guard, which fits very well and is super flexible. Now the 10 rings. Sorry, I gonna amputate your hands off. And it's Dremel time. This is different from Armored Gamora because it's hard plastic. And Thanos was rubber. So the plastic is actually melting onto the drill bit and I have no idea how to get rid of. Never mind, that works too. And after an entire night of dremeling, it's still not over. Because there are still obstructions underneath, so we gotta snap them off. Yeah, I don't know man, I don't think it's gonna work. It just didn't come together as well as I envisioned it to be. And that's the nature of these projects. Things don't always work as intended and you gotta know when to cut your losses. This is reality. And with all the time wasted on this piece of plastic, I didn't have time for Shang-Chi. So he's just gonna wear a red shirt. If you're disappointed with the results, that makes two of us. I expected more from this. I had big plans, but it just didn't work out. The flexible resin print was great though, but I didn't get to test how well it accepts paints. Maybe next time. Anyway, this is how I made all 7 Power Rangers and another video I think you might like. Subscribe and I will see you next time.